guys, welcome back. So if you're not familiar with the backdrop behind me, we are at Goodwood and we're at Players, so Players Classic. This is actually Sunday, and obviously we had the track day yesterday, and obviously we've got like the E30, the Golf R, TCR, a few other cars behind us. We were super busy yesterday, so we didn't really manage to shoot any introductions like this. So for now, we're just going to head straight to the videos from Saturday. So I hope you enjoy those. There's plenty of talking, plenty of in-car action.
He's fucking so quick.
Here is Sunday, so we're just going to talk you through some of the cars now. So we've got Ryan's E30. It's a 318. Obviously, if you've seen like on Instagram, we've installed a Hollinger SG3 gearbox. So that's a 6-speed sequential gearbox, and we've also installed a pneumatic shift system on it. So we've completely deleted the shifter from the center. So usually you have a lever to go backwards and forwards, go up and down the gears. As you can see, there's nothing in there, and we've got some paddles, and that's basically actuated by a combination of electronics and an air shift system. And obviously inside the engine bay, We've got the AT power throttle bodies. So obviously this engine at the moment is just sort of like a test engine. It's only running about like 130 like wheel horsepower, and then Ryan's going to build it to hopefully be around sort of like 200. And as you saw yesterday, it really does need that extra power, but it's got all of sort of like the basics for a really fast track car, and obviously sounds awesome as well. Keeping it cool yesterday, we've got the CSF all aluminium water radiator. With a custom shroud from us, obviously deleted the viscous fan, and then to keep the gearbox oil temps cool, because the gearbox oil temps from Hollinger, they say they shouldn't go above 110. On the road they were running at 110, so we installed a CSF oil cooler on the front, so that keeps oil temps nice and cool. Actually yesterday it was keeping oil temps too cool. They were running about 50 degrees and we couldn't get them any hotter, so we had to actually put some tape over it to get the oil temps to above sort of like 60, 70. This car is also running some ATS DTCs with some Durezas, some upgraded brakes. You've got the wave track diff in the back as well. Obviously all managed by like Longwing Racing ECU, and Ryan's got some MRT engineering roll sensor adjustment bushes as well. So then we've also got our Mark 8 Golf R. So this is like a development platform for us. So we did one track day at Brands Hatch. I obviously gave you like our driving impressions and everything like that. And we've upgraded the suspension to Bilstein Evo S's, if you haven't seen that already. So lowered the ride height a little bit, and it's a ride height adjustable coilover. It's not designed for track use, but we're sort of like testing this on the road and then giving you the feedback of what it is on the track. It's a nice improvement versus the factory suspension, because with the factory suspension you have to be really, really patient, because the car is very heavy, and also the suspension is quite soft. So when sort of like you're turning the car into the corner, you have to be quite patient, let the tyre sort of like load up quite slowly. And with the Evo S's, you can be a little bit more sort of like direct. It supports the car a lot better, especially going through some of these fast right-hand corners. You're going at about 130, accelerating to 140, so you need some confidence. The brakes are pretty much dead now. As you can see, like the rotor's blue, there's not much pad left. The pad has actually started to crumble, even though there's about I think there's about a quarter of the pad left, something like that. So the brake pads are definitely going to need to be upgraded, especially when we install the upgraded wheels and tyres. Obviously we're installing some track tyres, so that's going to put a lot more load through the brakes. Obviously we're going to be able to brake later, we're going to be able to go faster into the corners, and if the brakes don't last after one track day on standard Bridgestones, then they're definitely not going to last on track tyres. Gearbox as well, throughout the day started to feel quite lumpy. The shift quality went down quite a lot. As you were going down the pit straight, it felt as though the gearbox was sort of like dropping itself into gear, almost like the clutch was slipping, and then it was like jerking you forward. And that was noticed by quite a few people in the passenger seat, so you can imagine it was quite bad. So we're going to have to look at upgrading the gearbox cooling as well, and then the oil temp was running about 123 degrees. So yesterday it was about 15-20 degrees, something like that. So you can imagine when we're running in sort of like 30s 40s track temp, running more horsepower, got more grip, all those kinds of things, we're definitely going to need to upgrade the cooling of the car as well. And this is the customer's GTI TCR that we installed loads of upgrades on. So this has got like the Racing Line 4-piece intake, all the Racing Line like breather kit, DSG oil filter housing, the engine oil filter housing. It's got the CSF 3-piece radiator package as well, keeping it nice and cool. You've got the Racing Line Stage 2 big brake kit, so much nicer brake kit than standard. The customer was hooning around all day on track yesterday. Works perfectly track lap after lap, and matched with some Pagid RSL 29 pads as well. What else have we done? We've done the DSG software APR, we've done the ECU software as well. You've got some different seats, all that kind of stuff. So this customer was enjoying stuff yesterday. And then we've got this customer on the stand as well. So it's E36 328. That's running like a CSF radiator and all that kind of good stuff. It's all stripped out, really cool. And then going over onto our actual stand. So this is the back of our stand in the pit lane. We'll go through to the front now. So we've got Simon's C63. So this C63, we've done like exhaust systems, springs. We've done a wave track LSD as well. Simon still says that the wave track diff is his favorite mod on this car. It's really nice to have his car on display. And then also over here, we've got our supercharged Hurricane. So obviously an LP610 that's got the VF Engineering VF800 supercharger kit. And the supercharger's color matched to the brakes as well, with Acro exhaust. And then just over there we've got the John Olsen R8, so that's a PPI Razor GTR body kit. with obviously the roof box on there, so that looks pretty gnarly. And then to wrap off the stand, we've got Jay's 964. So this is obviously a really popular video. So we've got the 80 power throttle bodies on this. We've done the exhaust system, put the Fab Speed headers on it. You've got the Alunox center exit exhaust and a Wave Track LSD as well. Now he's finished, you might have seen the Will Pros Europe video where he's finished off the paint, finished off the interior and everything like that. It looks sweet. So we're actually bringing this back to Southampton from the show, and then we're going to do an all filter change, handing back over the keys later on in the week as well. So yeah, hope you enjoyed having a little look at our stand, all the content on like the track day from yesterday as well. My personal favourite thing from yesterday was going out with Ryan in the E30, because that thing sounds absolutely wild when you're inside it. Loads of grip, really promising sort of like base to build from when he upgrades sort of like the power.
Car of the show 2021 is Mr. Phil Morrison.
Just got into it, I just asked.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to watch other videos of ours that YouTube thinks you'll like, then click up here. If you'd like to watch some other videos that we have in the same playlist, then click here. And obviously if you enjoyed the video, then we really appreciate if you gave us a subscription. And then obviously you'll be updated when other videos of ours go live, and you can do that quite easily by clicking here. Hope to see you soon.